Hey VFX, this is Izzy Moreno, and you're watching Countdown City WrestleCast.
What is up, heels and baby faces? Welcome to another episode of the Countdown City WrestleCast. I'm your host, JC. Joining me is that guy, Tommy.
Hello, I have no rhymes either.
Yeah. Well, there's a joke in there somewhere, but we won't say it. But anyway.
I can try to come up with one. You know.
Yeah, right, man. If you guys have noticed, Big Mike's not joining us, feeling a bit, under the weather. I mean, this is that time of year where teachers could definitely use the break. I can tell you that much.
So,
it's getting close.
It's
yeah.
all good. What's up, bro?
So, anyway, we'll talk today about TNA Final Resolution, kind of briefly talk about ROH Final Battle, talk about NXT Deadline, and preview probably the most anticipated Saturday Night main event of the year, because people have been looking forward to this since it was announced that this is going to be Cena's retirement match.
The only one anyone's ever really cared about that much?
Yeah. But is it really going to be Cena's retirement match? Some theories being thrown out there. Is there still more on the horizon?
I believe it is. So.
Yeah. Full disclosure, I don't know if we're going to dive into the much maligned NXT docuseries that 50 Cent produces. Look, all I'm going to say this because Tommy hasn't seen it yet, but if you think you hate someone, you'll learn after watching that you know you don't hate someone as much as 50 hates people. Let me tell you.
Now, okay, no. So here's the thing. I don't need to see the documentary to know that, because that man will not stop trolling Ja Rule. It's been 20 years.
And Floyd Mayweather.
Not let that go.
Yeah.
It's been 20 years. Even I think Eminem has moved on for a few years faster than 50 Cent has. But look,
anyway,
like I said, I haven't seen it yet. I don't need to know it to know this much. Kendrick and 50 taught me I have never hated a human being in my life, because I do not have the time, apparently, put into hating someone like these guys do. Because good Lord, that man made a whole documentary because he hates one guy. Do you know how hard that is? And 10 years worth of information? Good Lord.
I apologize if I'm a little distracted. The Spurs are playing the Lakers right now in the NBA Cup quarterfinals, so I'm going to be glancing up at that right now as we go forward. So
who's up right now?
Spurs are up by 1. It's still in the first quarter, about 2 minutes left.
Okay.
So yeah,
anything can happen.
And make that up by 3 after a layup. So yeah. Also running a little bit late because had to wrap up the first 2 episodes of season 2 of Percy Jackson and the Olympians, which is now on Disney Plus. Season 2 just launched today. And, what I've appreciated about this is that they are, for the most part, staying true to the books. Few minor changes here and there on things, but still, it's very well done. So far this season, the actors feel a bit more confident in their roles. That definitely shows. But, so far, so good start. The first 2 episodes just launched today on Disney Plus as well.
Who do they have playing Zeus now since Lance Reddick passed away?
I don't know. They haven't gotten to that point yet.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Rest in peace.
If you've read the books, rest in peace. If you've read the books, you know that Zeus, I don't know if he appears in the second book. I'm trying to remember.
Oh, that's right. You're right. I don't know. I don't know if he does either.
So, I'm not sure if he even appears, but, yeah. So, we shall see. So, all right. Well, let's start with a bit of wrestling news. And, it's funny. Last week we were talking about carriage disputes between Disney and YouTube TV, the ongoing one between Fubo and NBC Universal, which, by the way, Fubo just let me know, hey, we're reducing your monthly bill by $15 while we get this sorted out. So thank you, Fubo. Always looking out for the customers there. Cool. But now, Netflix, this is kind of we got a bidding war for Warner Brothers Discovery right now.
Yep.
I think it was on Monday, Netflix announced that they had put in a bid and was going to be acquiring Warner Brothers Discovery, which included, among other things, the DC Studios movie studio, if you will, all those properties, and HBO Max, which, as it's wrestling related, is where AEW is currently housed on the streaming platform, where you can watch live episodes of Dynamite and Collision and catch up on ones that you missed as well. And within 24 hours, Paramount Plus themselves had also put a bid on one more significant monetarily wise, and also some people are. I think I saw some report they were guaranteed a certain number of theatrical releases as well. So
Yeah.
we got a bidding war: Netflix versus Paramount for Warner Brothers Soul, basically. Um, the interesting part about this is, as we know, Netflix has a very, very close relationship with WWE. It is the streaming home for every pay-per-view event, for just about every Raw, SmackDown internationally.
Yep.
Of course, Raw is carried in the U.S. on Netflix as well. And a lot of people thought that the pay-per-views, PLEs were going to move over there, but of course that went to ESPN. So how wild would it be if Netflix actually completes the acquisition, if they beat out Paramount for it? How would this affect AEW's streaming future?
So, one report I read from Tony Khan himself said either way they're still contracted with no matter how this plays out.
Yeah,
So from what I understand, that's locked until 2027, I believe.
right.
They're locked in. After that, though, I don't know. But from what I understand, despite what every person who hates AEW will tell you, they're still very lucrative for NJPW. So Warner Brothers rather. So either way, they're going to get a deal out of this. So you just don't know how that's going to work.
Yeah.
That's it.
The interesting one on the Paramount Plus option too is that TKO, WWE's parent company, uh, they signed a deal with Paramount Plus for UFC. So starting in 2026, all of the UFC pay-per-views are going to be on Paramount Plus, a la the old WWE network.
Yeah.
Whereas where currently UFC has been on ESPN, you still have to subscribe to ESPN Plus and then still pay the pay-per-view fee of $50, which I believe is what they cost depending on the pay-per-view. Now moving to Paramount Plus, you're just paying for your subscription to Paramount Plus, and everything of those are included. All the pay-per-view, the UFC pay-per-view, fight cards, the fight nights, all that is included in that. So either way, it puts potentially AEW under the same umbrella one way or another with some ties to WWE. So it's a pretty interesting bit there. So
Indeed.
yeah, I'm curious to see what happens to all the HBO Max properties. There's such a lot of great shows on there. I watch a lot of those. I'm watching Real Time with Bill Maher. I'm watching Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. I got a lot of stuff that I love on HBO Max, and so I'm just that is, at least for me personally, that's my main concern. I want to see how this goes, but from a wrestling standpoint, this is pretty wide open stuff here. So
some AEW news that I just saw. That we have new AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions.
The first ones, right? They finally crowned them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And who is it?
We have the Babes of Wrath, so Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron defeating the Timeless Love Bombs, which in that match there were no losers. Especially not even the fans. Especially the fans didn't lose.
All right. So that was being I guess that was wrapping up Dynamite tonight. They were crowning finally the first ever women's tag team champions in AEW. Yeah. So very cool.
So yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into some of the events that happened this past weekend. We'll briefly start with ROH Final Battle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you got to watch this, Tommy.
I got to watch some of it. I think to finish it out yet, but there are some very interesting developments from the show. So so
let's kind of go through some of the results here. First off, Deonna Purrazzo, the first ever ROH Women's Pure Champion. I'm very happy with that result.
I want either her or Serena Deeb to win it. Although Queen Aminata too, but she got injured, so that sucks. So
yeah, not the way you want to go out. But I'm very happy Deonna Purrazzo won that. Lee Moriarty, defeated Nigel McGuinness 5-4 in the 30-minute Iron Man match. 5-4, of course, that went to sudden death overtime, so they went 30 plus.
The post match moment of that is what you should really check out. Like the I don't know if you saw it, but Nigel McGuinness brought out the original Pure Championship and
Oh.
gave it to Lee Moriarty, and they both bowed in respect to each other. It was one of the freaking coolest moments I'd ever seen in my life. Like Lee deserves it. He's been grinding with that Pure Championship, making it mean something again. Well, I mean, the other guys before had done that too, but Lee's been building
carrying
it
it
back
for a
up.
while. Yeah.
He's been carrying for like what, a year?
For a good amount. Let me see here.
Let's see. First reign, Lee Moriarty.
He won it.
He's had it over a year. He's going.
Yeah, July 26, 2024.
Good Lord! Oh wow.
Yep.
And considering some of the matches I've seen him defended in, that's saying a lot. When we had Supercard of Honor, that dude's a machine. Lee Moriarty is legitimately a wrestling machine. He does not get enough credit.
Let's see here. Red Velvet defeats Mercedes Moné for the ROH Women's
Shocker
TV
of the night. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Shocker of the night, bro.
Are we at the point where she's gonna start losing championships?
That's what I thought. Well, okay, so she defended the TBS title against Layla Gray the very next night and won that, which I kind of was surprised about. But I think this is going to be the beginning of the downhill fall, and I'm loving it because her crash out in a backstage interview afterwards was fantastic. But hey, Mercedes Moné, she's not trying to build up wrestling or anything like that. She's just all for herself, blah blah blah. I have to say the things that the internet's saying because that way we show we represent everybody. So, even when they make no sense.
Let's see what we got next. Sammy Guevara and Beast Mortos claim the vacant ROH Tag Team Championships.
Which kind of didn't surprise me. I kind of saw that one coming.
Yeah. Eddie Kingston defeats Josh Woods.
Yeah, that one was pretty good.
Shane Taylor Promotions retains the ROH Six-Man Tag Team Championships.
So happy about that.
Now look, I haven't seen this match, but the highlights, seeing Dalton Castle's entrance.
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. Ricochet, though, defeated Dalton Castle, retaining the AEW National Championship. Bandito survived literally the survival of the fittest match and retained the ROH World Championship. Yes. And Athena, the reign continues. She holds on to the ROH Women's World Championship.
Today marks 3 years.
3 years today.
Marks
that
3
is
years
amazing.
Today. Like the fact that I would never dream she'd have it this long. That's incredible.
That's amazing to think about it. Man, those 3 years have really flown by too, and
they have.
The amount of title defenses she's put on it as well, it's pretty awesome. So,
and the matches she's had for it, and this is because she won it at a final battle in 2022. Mm-hmm. So now she's just, and she's still one of the most entertaining wrestlers you'll ever see. So
easily for sure, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
you can't fix
stupid. Spurs are up by 14 right now. So
okay,
the second quarter. All right. LeBron just flopped and got a foul. Jesus Christ. So, all right. Anyway.
It is what he does best.
Yeah. All right. On to TNA Final Resolution, which also took place on Friday. There was so much going on. There
was.
Yeah. Results-wise, there's a few to talk through. Some interesting ones as well. Pre-show, Cedric Alexander defeated Eric Young. The System defeated Bear Bronson and the Andersons in a 6-man tag match.
Yep.
All the main cards, Mike Santana defeated Charlie Dempsey. The Inspiration retained the Knockouts Tag Team Championships. Uh-huh. Thank God.
Yeah.
Really glad you're getting gold right now. Let's see here. Matt Cardona defeated Mance Warner. Channing Stacks Lorenzo defeats Steve Macklin to win the TNA International Championship.
That's the biggest why of the weekend to me so far. Just for what?
Who knows? We'll have to see what TNA does with this one.
Do you see the tag team steel cage match they have set up? They have all the all-stars of TNA versus Stacks, King, and 3 other dudes who I couldn't name right now if you paid me.
Is that set up for tomorrow, right? Is that
or something, dude? But you got okay. Never mind.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Laying Lee retains the Knockouts Championship over Xia Brookside.
Which would have sucked to make her lose it like right that fast, which she just won it. But yeah, but Xia Brooks is a good wrestler though, so that would have made sense. But she's a good wrestler. So anyway.
The Rascals defeat Order 4 in an 8-man tag team match. The Hardys retain the TNA Tag Team Championships over High Rise.
Oh, High Rise, they're in the steel cage match too. I think.
Yeah.
I think so.
And then Leon Slater defeats AJ Francis, holding on to the X Division Championship, and of course, Frankie Kazarian defeats JDC to retain the TNA World Championship.
Okay. The post match of that one, of the main event. That's when
I haven't seen highlights of that. So it's showing listed here as a technical knockout is the term that they officially gave.
Yeah. So, but like after that, hey, what's up, Sean? But after that, a bunch of NXT guys jumped in the ring and attacked people, and said we're gonna burn this place down or something like that. And I'm just like, yeah, that was my face. I was like,
why?
Like I don't know. That's what I'm not getting. I'm like, what? What's happening right now? What is the point of this? What are we doing right now? And I don't know where this storyline's supposed to be going anymore. I thought it was over when Trick lost.
Huh.
I don't know what we're doing anymore. What's the point? Everyone already knows they're going to be on another network soon. So all this is probably going to end anyway. So what's the point?
I don't know. We'll see where they go from this one then.
Yeah,
so
I don't know.
See what they do tomorrow on Impact as well. So, but yeah. To our credit, Mike went 4-2 on his picks for Final Resolution, and myself and Tommy went 5-1. So
nice.
Yeah, did good on that one. Deadline, not so much. We'll talk about it. Don't worry. So yeah,
I saw that. I was like, but then again, when I saw the results from Deadline, I was like, really? Really?
You know, that was a fun night for sure. Just watching that.
It was just like, wow. I was like, it'd be nice if some of us had picked more than. Well, no, because Mike got 2 things right at least. So like, wow, it's been nice if we'd got some of this right. So
now the Steve Macklin loss, pretty quick, but then again, I don't know. Maybe this is I don't know how much of it is like a contract. Maybe it's an injury thing. He is still technically a TNA wrestler, but obviously he has some previous WWE ties being part of NXT. So
that's right. He sure was. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah. So I don't know if there's there's been a long rumor that some of these TNA wrestlers might be signing with NXT soon or something like that.
Well, they already got Joe Hendry.
Yeah.
So.
Well, are they listing Joe Hendry officially as NXT, or is he still officially TNA? That's kind of the iffy one right now.
Last I heard, he was officially NXT. Last I heard.
Okay. So. Which, man, I was really hoping we would have wanted Deadline, but we'll get to that. So, yeah.
Yeah. Right. I'm just trying to remember who was in that. I'm trying to remember who was in that steel cage match that I mentioned because I'm trying to look it up because it was like the most random assortment of guys who, like, okay, where is it?
Okay, yeah, there he is. He's officially signed with WWE as of last month. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. So no, it's December 18th. The steel cage. I guess it's like Lethal Lockdown, but no, they have the Hardys, Mike Santana, Steve Macklin, Mike Cardona against is that High Rise? Let me see. Yeah, against High Rise, Brooks Jensen, Stax, and Lexus King. Which nothing against them. It's just that all of NXT. That's the 5 you picked.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't know if obviously there's been rumors about with this move that TNA is making to AMC, how this could potentially be a beginning of the end of the relationship they have with WWE, the partnership they've been working on. So if it is, though, I kind of hope they go out with a bang with it. Do something that makes both companies look come out looking better on the end. So, but we'll have to see where this plays out. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's get into what happened at Deadline, which was, of course, the next night here. Now, obviously, Deadline, this has been kind of a new pay-per-view, and it's fastly becoming one of my favorites for NXT. Obviously, they had brought back War Games with NXT. That switched to Survivor Series, so they came up with the Iron Survivor Challenge, which...
And given what they did with it this year, they should have just left that with NXT.
Yeah, although the Iron Survivor was pretty fun to watch this year, I will say that. So,
yeah, the Iron Survivor was awesome.
Yeah.
I meant War Games.
Oh yeah, I know what you meant.
Because good lord, sorry.
First off, thoughts on Obafemi and Ricky Saints opening the show at Deadline?
Was a choice.
It was a shocker to me. Yeah, a bit.
I don't think I would have done that.
Yeah. Did you get to attend, by the way, on Saturday? I don't know if you went to.
No, I didn't get to go.
Okay.
What's happening Saturday? I forgot. Oh, you know what? You know what happened Saturday? I was just like, I was whooped. I was just like, you know what? I need a break.
Yeah, we watched this on TV. If any of y'all are in the chat, if you were there, let us know your thoughts being live at Boeing Center at Techport for NXT Deadline. I will say, at least on the TV end of it, the crowd looked fantastic. The setup looked great. I mean, it looked like, obviously, some camera angles, it looked like it was a full house. Obviously, it's a smaller venue than, say, the Frostbank Center, or I think the Freeman might holds a little bit more, but still.
I think the Freeman, I think the Freeman is a little bigger.
Yeah. But it was a good setup. I mean, the crowd looked full. It was well lit. So it looked great on TV. The crowd reaction was really good. So if you're on live chatting or watching us after the fact, let us know what your reaction was being there. But yeah, right off the jump, Obafemi defeats Ricky Saints, claiming the NXT Championship. So, and by virtue of him, interestingly enough, yesterday on NXT, defended it, retained over Javon Evans. So he's going to face Cody Rhodes this weekend at Saturday Night Main Event. But
that's also a curious choice. Why they did that so early? I'm not getting the booking right now. But then again, that's WWE.
I'm wondering if they put Oba over Cody this weekend. I guess we'll talk about it when we get to Saturday Night Main Event. But I mean,
is the title on the line? Is that?
They just said champion versus champion, but I don't think any championships are on the line. Okay, as far as I know.
Okay, if they put, but if Oba goes over, weird sentence. I wonder, like, okay, but at that point, do you keep him in NXT or do you just like get him the full main roster at that point? Because at that point, it feels like him going back to NXT is a demotion if you beat the champion.
Yeah. As far as I know, there's no title on the line. They're just promoting it as champion versus champion, but there's no winner take all tag being associated with it. Now, obviously, that could change in a night. That would be insane. And if that happens, it's probably going to be some like no contest, double DQ finish or something like that. So,
can you imagine if like at least Cody's side was on the line and Oba won?
That would be wild.
That being said, honestly, if I can be honest, I would do that. If I were booking this, I would do that. I would like give this guy the rub now. I mean, what more does he need to do? He's like, okay, here's why I think he shouldn't have won at against Ricky in the first place. He's done it all in NXT. He's run through everybody.
Yeah.
Give this dude a undefeated streak type run in the main roster. Let him just start destroying people left and right. Just let him go, dude. I don't get what more you have to do with M'Baku's stunt double anymore. Just let him go do what he has to do. I said it since he debuted. If Winston Duke ever needs to stop being M'Baku for whatever reason, Obafemi is literally right there.
I'm interested to see where this goes. I thought, honestly, by them taking the title off Ricky Saints, maybe they felt like there's a move shortly for Ricky to Raw or SmackDown.
There is a theory that Ricky's the one in the mask attacking for the Vision.
So you say there's a theory because everyone's throwing Austin Theory as a potential person.
That was part of my unintentional joke. But after I said it, I heard it, and I was like, I wonder if I meant that subconsciously on purpose, and I don't know if I did or not. But that is a working theory that Ricky Starks is actually under the mask and not Austin Theory, or the theory has been put forth that they're both under the mask, like at different times.
Multiple people, or they're just using an extra until they reveal who they want it to be. I've heard they're just throwing somebody out there until they can sign Jericho and have him be the person. But
or Hornswoggle against.
Oh God! Well, Hornswoggle hit some HGH or something if he's getting that tall. So they're definitely not him. Yeah,
well, you know the whole McMahon son angle. That's all. That's where I went with that. I couldn't help it. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but I'm sorry.
Let's see. Before we talk the other Survivor matches, Ethan Page defeats Mr. Iguana to retain the North American Championship.
Bad choice there.
Yeah, although it was a fun match.
Yeah.
Izzy Dame defeats Tatum Paxley in a singles match. I think the story of this match is, at least from a storyline wise, like they really did a good job at least presenting the story during the match.
Okay.
I would have loved Tatum going over, but I mean, this is the whole Izzy and the heels going over 3-on-1 sort of thing. And
and I don't know if you saw this, but like they tried to use the culling, tried to use the tagline of "We Them," and every Shane Taylor Promotions fan, myself included, lit them up online. It's like,
good.
Everybody's like, "You're not Shane Taylor Promotions." So
the funny part is, Tatum Paxley showed up on NXT yesterday, and she had an action figure for Shawn Spears. Problem is that Shawn Spears does not have an action figure in WWE, so she was technically using an AEW action figure. Obviously, there's no AEW logo on it, but it was an AEW Shawn Spears action figure. If you can believe that. Pretty funny stuff, right? When you think about it.
That is hilarious. Yeah. And I can't help but think that Aaron's like, well, where'd she get that action figure from? Mm-hmm. From the company they literally try to pretend doesn't exist. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, Kate's here. Oh no. I don't know what's about to happen anymore.
All right, Iron Survivor matches. Your thoughts on the Women's Iron Survivor Challenge? Obviously, Kendall Gray gets the last-second pin to claim victory. Go ahead.
Why are we not pushing Lola Vice?
Why are we not pushing Jordan Grace? I mean, you brought her over from TNA for a reason, right?
No, actually, I was gonna get. That I almost see the WWE version of Logic, which isn't Logic, but like let's sign this person everyone wants and then never use them, which kind of their MO since. Oh, when did Vince buy from under his dad? Anyway, but like Kendall Gray is cool, and I get that, but you've had Lola Vice there forever. Jordan Grace is this big deal too. Either push them now or have them be called up. What are we doing with them right now? I don't understand this.
Lola Vice, first of all, she was really the workhorse of this match.
Yeah.
She was involved in everything, with every spot, just about every pinfall, every decision. So that, she put the work in. Obviously, with the way it ended, Kalani Jordan and Jordan Grace, they were fighting even pretty much through the rest of the show backstage. So they're obviously setting up a big program with the two of them.
Yeah.
Kendall Gray is an interesting one because she's the current, I believe, Evolve Women's Champion.
Yeah, she's
right?
the current
Yes.
Evolve.
So,
yeah.
Putting more eyes on Evolve, I guess. But yeah, that was. I want to say she got pinned the most, or at least it felt like it. 1, 2. Yeah, she got pinned 3 times, but ends up getting 3 points out of it. So. Yeah.
Jason just asked, "Where's Wendy Chu?" And I legitimately forgot she still worked there. Dude, I forgot she still worked there. He said that. I was like, is she even there anymore? And she is.
See, Kalani Jordan got pinned 4 times. Lola Vice got pinned twice. Jordan Grace twice. So Kalani Jordan actually got pinned the most times out of this one. Kendall Gray only got 3. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. But Kendall did get the final point with about 4 seconds left, pinning Lola Vice at the very end. So, yep. But yeah, so now Kendall gets a title match against JC Jane at New Year's Evil, which I believe is the first NXT episode on the Tuesday after New Year's Day. So. That's when she will get her title shot. Onto the men's side.
Yo, James, what's up, man?
What's up, everyone? This one was a much closer battle. A lot going on. But Javon Evans sneaks in, pins Miles Bourne with 3 seconds left to claim the Iron Survivor Challenge.
Well, Deion Lennox didn't win. That means Dark State doesn't get anything, and I'm happy with that. So
yeah. It seemed for a second like the Dark State was going to at least potentially get involved, or there was a thought that they would. So,
and I hate them.
The men, for their part, made a lot more use of the penalty box. There was a lot more action going on with it, which was fantastic.
Yeah.
Even at one point, I believe they threw the ref in there. Was it them or the woman that did it? Where they threw the ref in and locked him, whoever was in the penalty box.
I can't remember who that
I want to say it was the men's, but yeah, it was great stuff.
I keep forgetting Leon Slater isn't WWE. He's NXT.
He is TNA, actually.
TNA.
Yes, TNA.
See what our wants become my head.
Yeah, so he was there with the X Division Championship, and he's going to be a Saturday main event with that same championship as well.
Okay, Okay, never mind. Let's move on.
It's a while to think about, but we'll get to that.
Yeah,
so
my head's hurting.
Yeah, but they really, I'm loving seeing Leon Slater do what he does. He's, especially ever since he got the rub from AJ Styles, making an appearance at TNA to say this is the future of the X Division. Like
that's how I knew AJ Francis wasn't going to beat him. I was like, dude, you're not going to beat the current prince of TNA. It's just not going to happen.
Not at all. So. But Javon Evans, who last year at this literally ran out of time when going for the final pin, this year gets the pin just in time and will be challenging Obafemi for the NXT Championship on January 6th at New Year's Evil on NXT. So, all right. Well, as far as our pick,
didn't what he just do, Javon Evans? Didn't he cash it in early, facing Oba?
Oh, did they do that? Is that what they did on Tuesday? Yeah, that's what they said.
Okay, he fought him yesterday, so I think he cashed in early, essentially.
Interesting choice then.
Yeah,
and that got spoiled by Ricky Saints.
Yes, which again is
weird.
Okay, you know what?
Yeah,
I try to give them the benefit of the doubt, but this booking is driving me crazy, and I need to know what we're doing. So.
I mean, in that part, it's a bit unpredictable. I think they're doing a better job booking NXT than some of the decisions they made, obviously, at War Games, as we talked about last week. But
okay. If we're gonna go bottom of the barrel with that, okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
James, we did not. I didn't get to go. JC didn't get to go, and
unfortunately, no.
Yeah, so sorry, sadly, no, we didn't get to go to it live.
Now, look, you know what? That's a good segue into my commentary on this. First off, our pick results on it. I went 0-5. Not a good way to pick a deadline. Tommy 1-4, and Mike 2-3. So I basically did the reverse Tez on mine as it went. So yeah,
we all did so decently. Yeah. Not at all.
But when I looked up tickets, because I really wanted to consider going, I was like, okay, how much would it cost, at least for myself and Joaquin, to get to go? And for the tickets they had left, $60 was the cheapest one. Obviously, the reserved bleacher area, which I think those were running when they first went to sell around the $30 range, but it was like $60. I think upwards to $100 and something for closer you were to the ring. Jeez. But obviously, there's been a lot of reports about how when Vince McMahon was in charge, he purposely kept ticket prices low, allowing families to attend. You're going to make up more of the money on merch sales anyway. That's where they make their bread and butter, obviously. Yeah. And obviously, if you've been to a WWE event or any wrestling event for that matter, the shirts are a little more pricey.
Yeah.
You have some souvenirs you won't see, but that's what you're going for, But yeah, obviously with TKO taking over, they're trying to increase ticket prices, and I'm almost of this feeling that you're going to start pricing people out. $60 was a pretty steep price for a ticket at the very back of a floor section where there's no guarantee I'll be able to see anything.
Yeah.
Case in point, at War Games, there's a lot of reports that people were paying $300 for a seat. They called it obstructive view or didn't even enable obstructive view, and they're literally behind the Tron because they've been putting seats above where the entrance area is, and they're sitting there looking at a wall. You couldn't even see the ring.
Yeah.
You're watching the screen, and this has really been my biggest complaint with TKO.
Yeah, and that's what a friend of mine said when TKO bought him in the first place. Is all this was going to happen. So,
yeah,
he called it like the day they announced it. So
they're getting greedy. They don't care about the fans. Fine, if you want to raise ticket price a little bit, cool, raise them a bit, but don't start pricing people out because Vince McMahon knew, to his credit, keep them low because if you get it families, if you get people bringing their kids, the kids are going to be fans. They're going to help their kids be fans, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
You make your money on merch. You make your money, well, at least at the time, on pay-per-view buys and things like that. So that's where you make the most of your money to pay your talent, obviously. So
yeah.
And yeah, there you go. James, you said it right there. Just announced Raw's coming to San Antonio Monday, March 16th, but $70 for the cheapest ticket in the Frostbank Center?
Somebody asked me, someone I know asked me, was I considering going? I was like, I was considering going, and but then I see ticket prices, and I'm just like, dude.
And I don't even know if that includes all the fees and everything that they charge. That that's another thing. So
because Ticketmaster, I don't know. They said, it's like, hey, you want to be happy? Nah, son, don't do that weak stuff around here.
Something needs to be done because you're going to get to a point where you're going to be just taking away the fan base that you have built up. That's going to be hard. Price of everything is going up. I get it. Between cost of living increases, how much tariffs might have affected things, who knows? But trying to get to a wrestling event now is just getting insanely expensive. And if you start trying to do the ticket price, which there's not going to be enough money going to merch, which is where you make most of your money. So, but
honestly, I think that's why it's good on AEW for like their regular shows doing this smaller venues. That I know a lot of that is to reduce their own cost as well, but honestly, it's just good for the consumer as well. Like the smaller venues, it's cheaper seating. People have a hard time getting there. They can just get the cheaper seats, go to a show, and then they're it's all set. It's all good.
Sometimes it's a better setting too. Like attending a wrestling event at Freeman is great. Obviously, it's small, but you feel like you're right there. You can interact more. So
and of course they were at the Bowling Center not too long ago, and that was really good. It was a really good setup that they had there. So I don't see the point. And Jason said it plus parking fees, and don't even get me started.
Oh yeah.
But and at the Boeing, there were parking people like it's like not that bad a walk either. So it's all these factors that they're not taking into account.
Yeah,
and of course think about what they were talking about with the WrestleMania ticket price. I was like, you got to be out of your ever loving mind to think somebody, but whatever. So
to put it in perspective, we went to WrestleMania 32. Those club level seats, I think, were like $300.
Yeah.
I want to say the cheapest seats were probably like $50-$60. I'm not sure. But I mean, you get what you pay for. But I mean, we dreamed about going to WrestleMania, saved money for it. At least for myself and Tina, it felt like a once in a lifetime type thing. So you don't mind putting the money in to sit in that little club level so you have a good shot of the ring and everything. It was a good view. But going into a big event like WrestleMania, great. But if I'm just going to a Raw, I'm paying $70 to sit near the freaking wall at the very back. And
$70 for WrestleMania, I'd pay. $70 for Raw when you don't even know for sure what the show, what's going to happen, or if it's going to be worth the money.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, miss me with that noise, homie.
Yep. And that's very true, James. Yeah. So I'm just keeping my eyes on Groupon at this point, or see what else pops up. That's basically it.
Or was it StubHub?
Yeah, well, even then, most people trying to recoup StubHub. StubHub starts charging their own fees as well.
True,
so
true.
Yeah. All right. Well, we've talked about Deadline, talked about Final Battle, talked about Final Resolution. Let's get into Saturday night main event. We don't talk about it very often, but obviously this one is a big deal. It's been
what's happening?
Been much discussed, and we'll get to Mr. Cena's retirement match. First off, let's talk about what is on the card. Cody Obafemi, champion versus champion. No titles on the line, not a winner take all, but I feel in my gut that Oba might win this one.
I want him to.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I just saw something very interesting that I just sent to the group chat. Apparently, Sting's son wrestled on a dark match at Dynamite tonight.
Oh, yeah, I did see a report on that. I think I saw it on Twitter.
I hadn't heard that. That's crazy.
And yeah, obviously there was the seminar Bailey did this past week. Izzy was there. They had a quick moment in the ring. I'm sure everyone's seen the video by now.
Yeah,
it's gone quite a while, but yeah, Sting's son at AEW, pretty cool stuff. So, but yeah, Cody versus Obafemi. Put your picks out there, guys, if you want. I have a feeling, and I'm think I'm picking Obafemi on this one. I don't know if we'll track picks per se, but
up to you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very much interested in where like what's gonna. This honestly, I'm kind of like wondering, will this be a night where they're like setting up for the next generation, if you know what I mean? Because clearly look at who else they have.
Yeah. All right, and that seems to be the theme. I think Cena has said his match is going to open the show.
That's
And
a.
I don't know if that's really going to happen,
But I don't
but
know if I agree with that at all either.
yeah, he wants that to be done. Open the show. Obviously, that's when the most of the ratings are going to hit. Obviously, might be
Yeah,
why.
but I'd still make that debate.
Yeah. So, but potentially it could be Cody and Oba. We'll see what they do. So, Bailey versus Sol Ruka singles match. As great as Sol Ruka has been, I think they're really going to play in the injury angles. So I think Bailey's going to win this one.
This is
Sol
gonna
was
be.
really
We know
selling
it's
the
gonna play
injury.
into the crazy angles. That's why I think Bailey's gonna win this one.
Yeah. So. All right. Now we do have a title on the line: the World Tag Team Championships. The team, we'll just call them AJ Lee, AJ Styles, and Dragon Lee.
I so wanted them to use that name anyway. I didn't care.
Taking on the team of Javon Evans and TNA X Division champion Leon Slater. And it is wild. After AJ gave the rub to Leon, now he's in the ring with him on a WWE event while Leon is currently signed to TNA. So this is pretty cool. You know?
I think it's cool, and I also think like that we have to consider the fact that this is all just an insane set of words that we're saying in a row.
Pretty enjoyable too, honestly.
It is.
Yeah.
It's totally enjoyable. I just like this is an insane set of words that we are all getting to say in a row. So,
but I think Styles and Dragon Lee retain. They've been a pretty entertaining team, but man, that would be crazy if Javon and Leon pulled this off. So
yeah, it would be.
yeah. But I'm pretty sure you got AJ Lee retaining.
I got
Team of
AJ
AJ
Lee
Lee.
retaining.
Team AJ Lee retaining.
Like I cannot see a world where now with this new TV. See, okay, once again, this new TV deal torpedoed any kind of belief that something more will happen. Then again, Channing Stacks just won the digital title, whatever. What is the belt called now?
National championship.
National champion. Thank
or
you.
international. Excuse me, international.
Yeah, sorry. I see. I didn't forget the name of the belt. So no, I don't know. Maybe it'll happen. Maybe it won't. I don't know.
All right, and then finally, John Cena's retirement match is against Gunther.
The last time is now.
Yeah. Obviously, I imagine this is going to get most of the airtime for sure. Will Cena go over? Will he go out on his back? And then people even theorizing maybe this won't be his retirement. Which, if it ends up not being his retirement, man, they really fleeced a lot of people who bought tickets for this because they thought I want to be there for the last time ever to see Cena. Because I think it was some theories people throwing out there that Cena may lose this one. The Rock's music hits, and they set up Rock and Cena at WrestleMania for his true retirement match. In my head, I'm like,
I would hate that.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would as well.
I would hate that so much. I would be uncomfortable with that. I would. Yeah, no. Please, God, no.
But what are your thoughts of them putting Cena's retirement match on free TV, essentially? Because it is on NBC. So.
I'm okay with that. Because it seems like that seems like a very Cena move.
Yeah.
Remember John Cena versus Kevin Owens? Those were good. Those were good.
Yeah, classics.
He was also there. Yeah. So I totally see like that happening. I think it could have been a great pay-per-view thing to do, but also I can see it from a Cena point of view of knowing that price point would probably be a lot. So yeah.
I'm curious to know how much influence he might have had on that decision, but because I think early on everyone thought it was going to be like Survivor Series, right? Was going to be it, but I think they added this a couple times later. So yeah.
So I think it's cool. I just
Well, that being said, who do you think is the winner of this one, Cena or Gunther?
Oh, that's the other thing I want to say. I wish this was LA Knight. I wanted it to be LA Knight so bad.
Yeah.
Between the two, I hate to say it, but it's probably gonna be Gunther. I don't. If it was LA Knight, I would happily say LA Knight. But since it's probably gonna be Gunther.
I've got Gunther as well. I feel like Cena's old school enough to know when you're going out, you go out on your back.
And it's Gunther, so
yeah, and that's he's coming back off. Gunther's coming back off some time off. And, that. I mean, they pushed him enough, so he had the IC title for so long. So I think that would be great. I think it's a good choice for Cena's retirement. Good future trivia question, if you will. So
James asked, what do y'all think of Gunther being Cena's opponent? Do you want to go first or me?
I don't have a problem with it, honestly. I think it's a good choice. Obviously, people are. It's not. I think it's a surprise. I don't know if people expected it, unless Edge shows up, right? But
okay, that I'd accept that as a possible.
But I don't mind it. I mean, WWE is very high on him, and I think Cena, at least from all reports, wants to use it to elevate that younger talent, really push everyone. And Gunther's going to give him a great match. It's going to be intense, and it's going to go probably for at least 30 minutes, you would think, All right.
Damn it, Kate.
Yeah, she said it. I let that one out there for her, but yeah, so. But yeah, I think Gunther's a good choice.
Okay.
LA Knight is a star on his own.
Yeah.
Yes, Gunther's a star on his own as well, but I think that's a fantastic choice. When you look back on the whole tournament to decide who it will be, I think that was really great marketing. I like that they brought in Dolph Ziggler. I like that they brought in
Zack Ryder.
That was pretty cool. To have two teenage talents come in under their old WWE personas was pretty fantastic.
Also, it was hilarious.
Yes. Deep down, once the tournament field was becoming clear, I would have loved if it was Shinsuke because I knew that would have been fantastic. But Gunther.
But that requires booking. That's not your son who actually booked Shinsuke correctly.
I know. If it was my son booking this Shinsuke, and Cena would be that one. So yeah. So.
Your son actually knows. It's like, hey, I have one of the greatest wrestlers of all time on my roster. I should probably put him in more matches.
Your thoughts on Gunther being the final opponent? So.
I'm okay with it. Mine was a personal preference that I wanted it to be LA Knight, but okay, I'm fine with it. But here's my other point as to why I wanted it to be LA Knight. Mm-hmm. Gunther doesn't need another rub at this point. He's already got several. He beat Goldberg. He beat he was in the match in the ring with CM Punk to and all that stuff. I don't think Gunther needs another rub. I think he's fine. Mm-hmm. I think he's okay. I think this is just you're kind of I don't know, putting a further shine on him like he needs it, but whatever. But hey, in my company, so
sure there's gonna be some outside interference. Obviously, the Miz has done his promos about why I'm the one that beat Cena at WrestleMania. How come I'm not the final opponent? Kind of thing.
I mean, you didn't. Yeah, but like
you lost LA Knight.
But I love how he's like Jericho. I beat The Rock in Austin in one night.
Yeah. First ever undisputed. Yeah, exactly. So yeah. All right. Well, Saturday Night Main Event this Saturday, December 13th, 7 p.m. Central Time from Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. This will be on streaming on Peacock, pretty sure on NBC as well. That's been an NBC property, although WWE hasn't really promoted it as much that it's going to be on NBC. They're focusing more on this being on Peacock. But if it's on NBC, if you can't watch on NBC, just get on Peacock, or hook an antenna up or something like that. So
hook an antenna up.
Yeah, exactly. Free TV. Yeah. So.
Yep. Oh, hey, thanks, James. I appreciate it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Kate, well, you kept saying it. I held back as long as it. I think it's worse because Kate doesn't understand wrestling vernacular, so I think that makes it way worse.
Yeah, for the fun stuff, I'm sure. So, all right, 1 minute warning time. Tommy, do you have something this week?
I do.
Okay.
Hang on a second. I didn't ran out of stuff to talk about.
Yeah. Let me fix the scene here. That's better. All right, Tommy, whenever you're ready, I'll restart this. Go for it.
Okay. This is just a shout out to Athena for 3 years as ROH Women's World Champion. That's a feat because she's definitely earned it. Like, and, we've said it a million times. Us watching her back in Austin days and ACW here in San Antonio as well and everything. Seeing her, she really does care about the wrestling business as well. And she's also one of the best character wrestlers that there is going right now.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to her. Proud of her. She she deserves all the success, all the accolades. She deserves them. And and for my last 30 seconds, shout out to Shane Taylor Promotions, because he's another dude who grinds for pro wrestling, does all this stuff for pro wrestling, and they're getting the recognition that they deserve. So to see them both win and Lee Moriarty win, all three of them win their matches at Final Battle, great night. So can't complain. I like I said, I've seen most of the show, but based on just those results, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out to Athena, shout out to Shane Taylor Promotions. Just great night, and proud of all of them.
Mm-hmm. All right. We'll move this over here. For me, no match this weekend. He's working on something. All right, just letting you guys know. But I want to say, Cena is a very polarizing character. If it's been in history, obviously, everyone remembers Thugonomics Cena. That's where he became popular. That's where he got pushed. Word Life, everything, beating JBL. I remember the excitement for that. But people started to get tired of the gimmick, tired of how his constant, thing like that. And it's funny when you think back to it. He beat JBL for that title at WrestleMania, and within less than a year, people were booing him. And the boos were, at least in New York at New Year's Revolution, was we got our first Money in the Bank cash in.
Yep.
He was the first one, and the surprise cash in, Edge beats him, which is why I think a lot of people were hoping it would be Edge and Cena here finishing it off. But regardless, I mean, obviously his career spans so much, won so many titles, at least gave us a tease earlier this year that, yeah, he could still do the heel thing if he wanted to. But it was, I think, for as far as retirement runs, it's pretty cool to see. I mean, they let him go out the way that he, for the most part, he wanted. Obviously, they booked some opponents. But looking back on his career, with everything fans gave him, with all the crap fans gave him, he got through it. And I think overall, fans do appreciate what he did for WWE, what he meant to wrestling as well. Now, if this is really his retirement, time will tell, until, some Saudi Arabian paycheck comes in, who knows? But I'm pretty sure he's going to be making appearances here and there randomly for WWE, maybe at a WrestleMania here and there, just, doing a whole legend spot. But yeah, the movie career is working out great. But still, it's pretty cool. I'm glad with everything going on with where he could be in his movie career. He's at least given the fans one more run of seeing him in the ring. And it's pretty fantastic because there's not a lot of wrestlers that really did that. The Rock included. We don't even know. He just shows up randomly and wants to wrestle. He hasn't really formally had a retirement match when you think about it. So
no, he hasn't.
It's crazy to think. So thank you, Cena, for what you did for wrestling. It's wild to think of how old I am, knowing that I was in my 20s when you won your first title. Here I am in my 40s when you're retiring. So
for the record, we got Cena retiring before we got GTA 6.
Yep. Very much so. Yeah.
Which is an insane thing to say out loud when you think about it. We got John Cena retired from wrestling before we got GTA 6.
We got a documentary about P. Diddy before we got GTA 6 too, when you think about it. So, I mean.
Downfall of Drake's career before GTA 6.
Well, thank you everybody for watching this week's episode of the WrestleCast. Once again, Saturday Night Main Event, Saturday, December 13th, 7 p.m. Central Time from Capital One Arena in DC. Watch it on NBC and Peacock.
Oh, there's one thing I did forget.
What's that?
There is a show this weekend.
Oh, there is. Okay.
It's Elite Breakout. Hold on, because I actually have the card, like literally right now. I meant to say this the whole show, because Chris Masters will be there.
Oh, okay.
He's taking on Big Time Rod. Benny Dreams will be taking on Prince Pretty. Red Davis will be facing Jonathan Life. Denise Day, friend of the show, will be facing Haley Danielle.
Nice.
Genesis versus Santiago Medina. Mia Friday be facing in Berlin.
Hmm.
It's a fatal six-way elimination, including Josh Prodigy, Brock Ali, Rilo King. Uh, dang, who's our? I can't. Everybody because I know where it's and yeah, and other stuff. So go to Elite Breakout Wrestling's like Instagram and everything. That's where all the information is. I should hopefully be there. And they just announced today that in February they will be having Mr. Anderson, aka Mr. Kennedy, at the show. Oh, your mic just went.
I'm sorry. Where's the video this weekend? Sorry.
The video this weekend is Treasures Event Hall 8825 New Laredo Highway, San Antonio, Texas 78211.
All right. Cool.
So again, I'll share it on my socials and stuff. I'll tweet it out so anyone wants to check out. Oh, and also I should be streaming tomorrow, guys, maybe about 30. So if anyone wants to play Mega Man Legends, please feel free.
All right. Next week we'll recap Saturday Night Main Event and also preview. Hybrid has a show going on next weekend.
That's right.
Talk about that as well. And
when's World's End?
World's End is after Christmas.
After Christmas. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think it's the 27th. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't remember when it was.
Yeah. Getting closer and closer, less than a month from when Tommy hosts for Wrestle Kingdom. So as that gets set up as well. So.
And I am so excited this year for it. Oh my God.
So, all right. Well, thank you everybody once again for watching, listening. What's over here? And over here we got Tommy.
Thanks, guys.
And I'm JC. As always, heels and baby faces. Remember, pro wrestling is real. People are
all fake.
Catch y'all next week.
Da, 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 da.